I'm Katrina, the owner of Kathim Creations Wreaths and Things. The at home, the home wreath. This was one of the 3 wreaths that I gave you guys to choose from for me to make. It was the everyday wreath, which is this one here, which we did, and this is how this turned out. It turned out beautifully. Really love how it turned out. We had 2 more choices to choose from, and one was an elf wreath, and then the other one was the fall wreath. So what we're going to do today is we're going to do the elf wreath. Let's do this one today. We'll hold the fall wreath off for another day. So we're going to do the elf wreath today, and we're going to use this small elf sign. We're going to use this type of deco mesh, poly deco mesh. It's got the kind of lime green stripes with the red stripes, and it's on the natural jute background. We're going to use a 12-inch reform. So this is a 12-inch reform. I get all of my 12-inch reforms, I get these from Walmart. I don't bother to even order them. I just go into Walmart and I get them from there. They normally have them most of the time. So I think I got my poly deco mesh from Craft Outlet. Also, you're going to need some white. This is high foil. I don't know if you can tell. It's really high foil poly deco mesh as well. You're going to need some ribbons, and these are the ribbons that I chose. You got the plaid one here. You have the one that have the candy canes, some candy in it. You got some snowflakes on this one, red and green snowflakes. And then this one actually has an elf on it with some candy canes and stuff, some fun stuff on this ribbon. So these are the ribbons that I chose. It's all over here. I also have some picks that I may put in there. Haven't decided yet. We'll look at the end, and we'll decide there at the end whether I want to use the picks or not. Hold on one second. Okay, and here goes some picks here, some little candy canes, and then it's just like the little lollipops. We have some of these that we could stick in. I don't know if we're going to do it or not. I just have them here. This is also some snowflakes, because if you look at your sign, look at the sign that we have here, look at it closely, you'll see some candy canes, you'll see some candy, like candy like this, like these on the sign here, and you'll see some candy canes. So that's how I picked the snowflakes, candy canes, and some candy pieces. So that's how I picked the little picks to go with the sign. You also gonna need your rotary cutter. You're gonna need your scissors. You're gonna need your glue gun. You know I love this glue gun. You're gonna need some, of course, some Chanel stems, because I have them up here. You're gonna need your Chanel stems or pipe cleaners, whatever you call them. And I'll get started. I think that's about it. Chanel stem, pipe cleaners. And when we make a bow, we'll need our easy bow maker and a zip tie. But we'll get to that. All right, so what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna face you guys down so you guys can start seeing what I'm doing, okay? All right, let's get started. Hold on, guys, I'm trying to get a good view for you guys. Okay, I'll put this here. Now, how I put my Chanel stems on my work form. This is how I do it. I twist it with the 2 bars here. I twist it on the 2 bars once or twice, and then I lay it down, and I go over to the where this ends at is where I lay my next Chanel stem. I twist it there, I lay this, and where this ends is where my next Chanel stem lays. Do the same thing, and that's where my next Chanel stem go. I've done it the way I've seen some people do it, where they just go in between, you know, each bracket. and then in between that bracket, sometimes to me my wreath comes out real thin looking. Maybe it's just me, I don't know, but I don't like to sell wreaths like that. If you're gonna pay a price for my wreaths, I want to make sure you get good quality stuff, and to me it just look real thin when I do it that way. So I just don't, I rather do it like this, and then when I do it like this, I make sure it's nice and full. So that's how I do it when I put my wreath. So when I did that, I came up with 13 zip ties. Okay, so you got 7 on the outside if I'm not mistaken. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and then you got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 on the inside. Okay, so that's how you have it. So you can do it like this, or you can do it like another designer, however you like to do it. Remember, this is your art. You do it the way you feel. So if the other way that they did, where you put a Chanel stem on each one of the connecting bars here, and then you put a Chanel stem up here in the middle, only in the middle, and that's enough for you, it looks full enough for you, then hey, you do it the way you want to do it. Okay, it's totally up to you. Totally up to you, but that's how I did it. So since there's 13, since there's since there are 13 Chanel stems up here, since there are 13 Chanel stems, you had to cut 13 of your poly burlap mesh. So I cut 13 of the natural with the green and red stripe, and then I cut 13 of the white foil. Now I'm gonna be honest with you, I was a little bit kind of unsure of exactly how I wanted to do this wreath. I don't know, I was debating whether I wanted to do poofs or ruffles or cruffles or fold over ruffles. But what I figured is I will try this way. I will do ruffles on the bottom. Ruffles on the bottom. I'm sorry, somebody keep trying to call me. I don't know why. But ruffles on the bottom, and then fold over ruffles on the top. Y'all know what that is? Fold over ruffles. I've done that with you guys before, but we're going to do it again today. So let's get started. Hey, when you guys check in, say hi. Let me know who you are. Let me know where you checking in from. Let me know if you do wreaths. How's everything going with your wreaths? Is it a business for you? Is it not a business for you? What kind of wreaths you make? So this is how we're going to do our cruffles today. What we're going to do is we're going to just do one roll on the end, and then we're going to do another roll on this end. Now I'm going to get my little trusty dusty clip here for this end, and then I'm going to roll it just once or twice just to tuck in those little frayed ends, and then I'm just going to cruffle it to me, right? And there you go. And then any available Chanel stem, whichever one you want to choose, that's where you lay it at, right? You push it down and you twist your Chanel stem once or twice on the top. And we're going to do this all the way around. All the way around. So you just tuck it in once or twice, just tuck it in. You do it on this end. And then you just do the cruffle. That's how you do it. And then you stick it in your next available Chanel stem. And just know, if you do a method and it doesn't look right, remember, this is not glued in. It's not permanent. You can always take it out and change it. It's not a big deal. Remember, I say it all the time. This is not rocket science. It's your art. You can change it at any time. How have you guys' week been going this week? Mine is going okay. Today's Thursday, tomorrow's Friday. You know, that's always good. Time to start the weekend. I gotta work one of the days of the weekend, but hey, still the weekend. Still the weekend. You find the open zip tie. Put this down in there. I gotta go shopping for wedding. Going to a wedding next weekend, and I don't have a dress for it. Oof. And you ladies been in that position? Oof. Gotta find something to wear for the wedding. Oh my goodness. One in my closet can't fit nothing. So I'm like, oh man, I gotta go out and buy something. Not complaining about going out and buy something. It's just the whole process of trying to find something for this wedding. Because ladies, you know how we do. You get the dress, you gotta have the shoes, gotta have a bag, gotta have the jewelry to match. So you gotta have all the good stuff. So it ain't just buying a dress. It's a whole process. Alright. Just tucking in those ends. Curling in those ends. And you're just walking the mesh up to you. That's all. That's all. I made a wreath like this once before. And it came out really, really good. The little elf sign is so cute. And it's so playful, so you can do just about anything with it. Put anything with it. It's really easy to work with. Oh, and I'm sorry, I didn't tell you, I cut these to 20 inches long. So 13 cuts at 20 inches long. I did the white and the neutral with the green and red stripes. Deco mesh. I went to Michael's the other day and found some really, really nice picks. So I picked some of those up. I also went to Hobby Lobby and found some picks there. And now, ladies and gentlemen, if you didn't know, Hobby Lobby has all of their fall stuff on 40% off. So they finally got it 40% off. So you can go and check them out, because for a while they didn't have 40% off. They were teasing us, putting it on the shelf. Wasn't selling it for 40% off, so we were being teased. Alright, so that's the outside. Now we're going to go to the inside. So just fold these over a little bit so we can get to the inside. Start the inside. Same thing. Tuck in those ends. Roll it under. Tuck in the ends. And then walk your mesh to yourself. Alright, I'm going to push that down. I'm going to give it a good twist. Hey Maria, thank you for checking in with me, girl. Thank you, thank you. Okay, we're going to tuck these ends in and we're going to walk this mesh up. That's what we're going to do. We're going to go to the next available Chanel stem. And this is what I call like the base. You want to put your base down. And I use white as the base because if you look here in the sign, the dominant color in the sign is green. So I don't want the base to be green because I want my sign to pop. So when you put the sign up against this white, you see how it pops? And also when you do the neutral, it'll pop against it as well. So you don't want to have the color in your sign to be all over your wreath, where when you put your sign up there, it just disappears. At least not in my opinion. Now, if that's what you want to do, like I said, this is your art. You can do it any which way you want to. Tucking in those ends, giving it a 1-2 twist. And just bringing the mesh to you. I know the stores is not really, is it just me here in Georgia where the stores are not really ready for Christmas yet? Like Walmart doesn't have it out. The only store that really has Christmas stuff out is Hobby Lobby. I went into Michael's, and Michael's don't even have any Christmas stuff out. I mean, they had, and then the fall stuff is very select as well. So I'm not sure. Is it just me here in Georgia? Is that all over? You grab this. Help me out. Let me know. Is it just here? I know some of you guys also, your Sam's Club have gotten their winter ribbons in, but not here in Georgia. I go every week to look to see if they have them, and they don't have them yet. So let me know. Let me know who you are, where you checking in from, and let me know. Hey, if your stores got received their Christmas stuff and have them out on the shelves yet. Because I know here in Georgia, they're not on the shelves yet. The only places is Hobby Lobby. I'm going to go to Joann's this weekend and see. I know last weekend I didn't really see anything. But I'm going to go to Joann's this week. I had to do this weekend in Joann's. We got 2 more to go with the white. This is a good one to fluff it up a little bit. This will be the last one in the white. My husband invited me out tonight, and I was like, oh no, I gotta go downstairs and make some wreaths. I can't be hanging out. I gotta get my business going. Anybody else out there crafters like this? You know, listen, the holidays is coming. I don't have no time. I gotta get in here and get these wreaths made. I've already had some customer of mine contact me about making her a wreath, so I gotta get some of these custom order wreaths out. Definitely gotta get that done. All right, now we have our base. This is our base. Oh, but you're gonna have fraying. You take your scissors and you when you're still really messing around with your mesh. You got another layer to put on the top of it. So this is how it looks so far. So it's a little thin. You see a little thin, but we about to add that second layer. So this is how we're going to do the second layer. Remember, these are cut at 20 inches. So I cut all of my poly deco mesh at 20 inches long, okay? It's a 10-inch mesh, and they cut at 20 inches long. We're going to do the fold over ruffle method. So this is what we're going to do. I'm going to flip it over. You're going to lay it to the middle, bring one end to the middle. You're going to bring the other end maybe an inch over that end. You see that? That's how you want to see it. It's like an inch over it. You flip it over, you hold it down, and then you just find the middle. And in this mesh, whenever you have the mesh to have the stripes, you can find the stripe in the middle, and it helps you walk it right on up. So that's what we're going to do. We're going to do the ruffle right up the middle of this. And this is what you call the fold over ruffle method. Okay. We first put them down, up and down, right? We lay them this way. When we put the cropples in, the fold over ruffles, we're going to put them this way. So we're going to lay it across it, so it's not laying the same direction. It's going to have more coverage that way. And we're going to get a chance to see a lot of the white pop as well. So we go ahead, we put this down on our first one. go. We move on to the next one. Guys, let me know if this view is good for you guys. I gotta make sure you guys can see well. I think you can, but just let me know because my phone keeps saying it's getting interrupted. I'm not sure what's going on, but my laptop is saying it's still going. So let me know. So we did the fold over. We flip it over. We find the center. We still hold it down because it wants to come apart on you, and you just walk the mesh up, and you make that little bow tie or ruffle, whatever you want to call it. There you go, right there. You keep the seam to the bottom because you want that to be unseen. Go to the next inner one, and you just place it down and make sure you go the opposite direction than the first one is laying. So the first one is laying this way, you want to put it in this way. And I'm just working on the inside just because it's no rhyme or reason. I'm just working on the inside. So if you don't want to work on the inside, start on the inside first. You don't have to. You don't have to. Remember, this is all up to you. It's what you decide to do. Remember, these are cut at 20 inches long. And we're going to fold it over maybe an inch. Flip it over. I'm just going to turn it over on this way just because. And there you go. Find the next open spot. Make sure you want it to go across the opposite direction than the first one is laying. Get it in there, you push it down, and you give it a good twist. And you just push it down because you just need it to lay down. And no, you don't need to twist it more than once or twice because we're going to go in with some ribbon. This beautiful ribbon. Remember, we got this beautiful ribbon to put in there. Fold it over. We're going to keep doing this all the way around the wreath. Got this one ready. Give it a good push down and a good twist. And then you just pick it up because that white is going to lay down a little bit, but you still can have it come out. Still want to see it. Go over to the next one, get that one ready. Sometimes your Chanel stems want to hide. You gotta find them. So how's everybody doing today? Say hi when you check in. Let me know you're checking in. Let me know where you're checking in from. Okay, got our little bow tie. We're just putting it right down in there. Go to the next one. Get it ready. Hey Teresa, thanks for checking in. How are you doing today, Teresa? We're doing the fold over ruffle method. So get your mesh out, girl. Follow along. Down in it. Remember, make sure you go the opposite direction. Make sure we're covering. You know, tomorrow's Friday. I mean, come on. That's a beautiful thing. You made it most of the week. Tomorrow's Friday. So now this is what we have so far. Look at that. Now you see how full it's getting? And this is what you want. This is what you want right here. You want that fullness. Now if you can remember when we just had the white, it was looking a little bare. But once you add in that second layer, plus that we're doubling it over the second layer, we're doubling it. It's even making this mesh even thicker to see through. So it's great coverage. It's a great way to have coverage on your work form. So we're going to go down to the outside form now. We're going to do the same thing. We're going to make sure we lay it the opposite direction. We have it laying this way, and we're going to go across this way. So we're going to do that fold over ruffle method. So make sure y'all paying attention. You want the curl side up. I'm going to bring it over to the middle. Other end, just an inch over that first end. You're going to flip it over. You're going to find the middle, which is this line, the green line, which helps out, of course, when you have mesh that has lines in them. This, of course, helps you keep it straight. So you just use the line. That'll work, right? That makes it easy. Sure you press it down. It gets a little tricky when you're trying to do it to the outside, but you can get it done. You can definitely get it done. Remember, we want the cup side up. Bring it one end over to the middle. Bring this about an inch over. Flip it over. Find that middle. And then you just crunch up that middle. You keep that seam side down. That you don't have to worry about the fraying so much. You go to your next available Chanel stem over here, and you just add it in. It's a little hidden. When you get it in there, you gotta press it down. Give it a good press down. Go. Miss Teresa, have you made any wreaths lately? I see you watching. What wreaths have you made, or have you made any lately? You fold it to the middle. You bring this maybe an inch over that seam. Flip it over. And you just walk it up the middle. We're going to continue to do this all the way around the wreath. Like I said, when you get it in there, you make sure you press it down so it gets all the way in there. It should look something like this when you get it down there. What, Teresa? You been lazy? See how that looks like a blossom, like a bloom? That's the effect that you want it to have when you push it down in there. You don't want it to be sitting all the way up in here. That's why when I said put it in there, you push it all the way down in the zip tie, and then you give it a good twist so you get this big pretty bloom. That's the effect that you want to see. Let's keep going. Come on, Teresa. You know you need to get your material and do it with me. A little bit over, and then you just walk it up the middle. Walk it up the middle. Tell you the truth, I'm not really ready for Christmas. I'm not even gonna lie to y'all. I went through some of my Christmas stuff today. I was like, oh, okay, I gotta work on getting my Christmas materials. I didn't realize how much Christmas stuff I made last year that I'm a little scarce on my material. So that's why when I went out to the stores last weekend, hoping to get some more Christmas material, I was shocked that the only store that had material was Hobby Lobby. I was shocked about that. I mean, Walmart ain't ready, Michael's ain't ready, Joann's wasn't ready. I'm like, okay. You know, and Hobby Lobby got some stuff out. They got the Christmas balls, but they don't have all the picks and stuff like that. So, you know, I got to work with what I have here at the house. So I want to get into Christmas, but I don't have all the material to really get down in there. So once I get some more picks and stuff, because I have signs, that's not the problem. It's just the stuff to put on the wreath to make it look beautiful. So I'm just waiting to get some more of that. Then I can work on doing some more Christmas with you guys. But I have plenty of fall, so you know that's going to be my next wreath. It's the fall one that was in the 3 wreath designs that I asked you guys to pick. So the next wreath that I make is going to be the fall wreath. But I want to show you guys, I hope I don't forget, so you guys remind me when it gets to the end of the video to show my reindeer wreath. I love making these. It's like my top seller. Okay, did I not cut enough? Oh yeah, that's right. I wanted to cut one more for you guys so you guys can see. All right, so you want the curl side up. You want to lay it over, maybe an inch. Fold it over, find the middle, walk your hand. And then I left one so you guys can see me cut it. Okay, I just left one to be cut so I can show you guys. Just in case if you were wondering or you wanted to see me cut it, I will show you one of them. So next time I come on, I should be making that fall wreath for you guys. That's what I'll be making next. Alright, so I'm gonna cut one more of the mesh. I wanted to show you guys as I left one out so I can show you guys. You just roll out your mesh, you get your rotary cutter. I always find something, it could be anything, another roll of ribbon, a staple or whatever, to hold it down. And you want to go on your cutting mat. Make sure you always have the self-healing cutting mat, okay? So you get your self-healing cutting mat. Use your rotary cutter, and you cut it like that. That's simple. Now, if you don't have a rotary cutter, don't worry about it. Don't be like, well, Katrina, I can't do it because I don't have a rotary cutter. Yes, you can. Trusty dusty scissors work just the same, so don't worry about it. You can use your scissors, okay? So if you don't have a rotary cutter, don't worry about it. Use your scissors. Let's get our wreath back up here. Once again, I'm going to bring one into the middle. Bring the other in, about an inch overlap on that one. Find the middle, and you walk your hands up. And you have your bow tie. You have your bow tie. Find that last Chanel stem, and you put it in. Good twist. Now these may want to turn on you, so you may have to just twist them around. The white ruffle at the bottom may want to turn on you, but that's okay. That's how it does. Now look at that. Look at that. Look how full and pretty that is. That's beautiful. Right there. All right. So we have this, which is so pretty already. Just these colors with that little pop of white coming out, just shooting out. Now look how it looks when you put the sign on it. Look at that. But the sign looks really, really small with this wreath because there's so much going on. But we're going to put a voluptuous bow up here. I haven't decided which type of bow yet. but we're going to do a voluptuous, a big, nice, pretty bow, okay? So we're going to do that up here. So the sign is here, and we're going to do a nice, pretty bow here. All right, so what we're going to do now, we're going to go to our ribbons. Let's just do a recap. This is a Christmas wreath with an elf sign that we're doing today. That's the elf sign. It is on a 12-inch wired wreath frame that I got from Walmart. We use heavy foil cut in 20 inches long, and we cut 13 of them because there's 13 pipe cleaners. So we cut 13 pipe. We have 13 pipe cleaners up here, so we got 13 of the 20-inch poly deco mesh, both colors, in the white and the neutral with the red and green. What we did with the white, we did a regular cruffle, which you roll the both ends and you cruffle them up. And then on the top with the natural jute with the green and red, we did a fold over ruffle method. So you fold over the ends and then you ruffle up the middle, and we put them in there. So that's the recap on what we've done so far. If you're just tuning in, that's the recap. So now, which is my favorite part, is putting the ribbon on. So we're going to start in the middle, work our way to the outside, and I think I may have to cut some, because I think I left some to cut. So 1 or 2 to cut. So I'm going to show you guys here. And this right here was my ribbon was cut to 13 inches long, and the reason why I cut them at 13 inches is because I like to see my ribbon. So 12 inches to me is, you see them but you don't see them that much. 14, you see them too much. They're hanging like all the way out here on the wreath. That's way too far out for me. But the 13 gives it just enough curl over, and you can actually see the design on the ribbon. So I really love 13. 13 to me is a sweet spot in cutting ribbon. So these are all cut to 13 inches long, and then I dovetail the ends. So that's a dovetail. Matter of fact, I'll show you that way. And how you dovetail them is you just fold your ribbon in and you cut on an angle. So you cut from the folded end to the open end. And when you do that, you get your dovetail. And I'll show you, because I think I have to cut another 2 ribbons, not sure. So how I lay them is I lay them down on my mat and I try to have them as even as possible. See, they're about the same length because they're both 13 inches, so it should be about the same length. And what I do is I fold them over and find the center. So I even them up, and it doesn't have to be exact, but they're evened up. You can see that it evened up. So I creased it so I know where the middle is. I open it up, and then I pinch the middle. And then I just take my hand and I kind of just go and make it where I'm getting this little wing effect. See how that is? I'm getting a little wing effect. And I'm going to go in and I'm going to start placing them down in my reform. And then I'm going to work on the outside first. So I'm going to work on this bottom row first when I put my ribbon in. So how do you guys like the ribbon? I think this ribbon is so pretty. And when you put it in, I'm just going to separate it a little bit. I'll show you guys real quick how I did that. So you see how that's separated? I got the stripe, the candy cane one, stripe, candy cane one. And I just pull it out towards the bottom. And you just do this all the way around. I alternate my ribbon. So next we're going to use this ribbon here. And this has got the snowflakes. And this is the one that's got the elf on it. So I place it on top. Get it lined up. And like I said, it doesn't have to be perfect. Remember, this is art, not rocket science. So it doesn't have to be perfect. I do my little crease. I know where my center is. I open it up. And then I pinch in that center. I then take my ribbon and give it a nice little tug and get my little wings. As you can see, my wings, and I just place it in. And I'm going to do this all the way around. Now, some would want to cut off their Chanel. Then you can go ahead and give it a couple of twists and cut it off and then stick it back down and you're done. I'm not sure. Like I said, none of the stores had any really good embellishments. I have a few here. I'm not sure if I'm going to put them in right now until I can go to the store and buy some more and decide then. So I'm not going to cut them off because I'm not sure what I want to do. And you're gonna have to refluff your ribbon again. I'm just placing them for now because when you put the ones on the top, you're gonna push this down. So just know you're gonna have to, move around with them some more. So let's move to our next one. Let's go to our next one. Once again, these are cut at 13 inches. Find the center, punch down on that center, and then you do your little wings. Alright, we go to the next one. Remember, we got 13 of these to do. I really love this. Look how that sparkles. See how that sparkles? I just think that is so pretty. That ribbon is so pretty. I'm hoping I have some more in my stash because I only have a little bit of that ribbon left. So I'm definitely going to have to find some more of that. I really like that one. So what are you guys doing this weekend? You got plans for this weekend? I know I got to work this week. I got to work on Sunday. So I'm really not going to do too much. I'm going to try to find a dress for a wedding on Saturday. That's kind of it for me. And then Sunday I'll be working. Moving on to the next one. So what are you guys doing for the weekend? Get these down in there. What do you guys think? Do you think embellishments are too much on a wreath? Or do you think embellishments is what make the wreath itself? The bow or embellishments? What do you think? Do embellishments make the wreath or do bows make the wreath? I know which one I like. I hope you guys are getting a good view of the ribbon as it's coming around. It's really starting to see. You're starting to be able to see it really good now. Right. This is our last one on the bottom. Then we'll start working on the top. All right, we have gotten the bottom done, and we're going to move on up to the top side now. So we're going to move into the, so you see we've gotten the bottom done. The whole bottom row is done. So now we're going to start on the top. And we just lay them down, line them up. Even them out. I always like to put that little crease at the bottom so I know where the middle is. And then find my spot up top. I just like to separate them just a little. Too fussy with it. Okay. Line them up. Find that center. Get your little bird wings. And then you just place it down in there. Now, if you don't want to do the little bird wing thing, you don't have to. I like how it looks, and I like how it helps your ribbon lay when you put it in there. To me, it just helps it just a little bit. You already know it needs to curl when you do that already. Oh, I have an announcement. That's what I meant to tell you guys. I have an announcement. I hope y'all listen. I have an announcement. I have an announcement. Are you listening? I will be at the River Fest September 25th and 26th. So if you want to come see my wreaths in person, I will be there. And I will have like all of my fall and my Christmas wreaths and some of my other season wreaths. So definitely, if you want to come pass by, if you want to come say hello, please say hello. But with that being said, know that you guys can get a jump on the stuff that I'm going to have. If you go to my Etsy and look now on my Etsy, you can see some of the things that I have now, and you can purchase it now. Because if you wait to September 20th, Etsy and purchase something that I've already made that you may have had your eye on, but you waited to September to get it. But if you just want to wait to September, please come to the River Fest in September in Canton, Georgia. Please come out, come say hello. Even if you want to buy a wreath, just come and say hello. I will be there. And I want you to come by and see my wreaths and say hello. So just write down that date. Come on out, Canton, Georgia, the River Fest in Canton, Georgia on September 25th and 26th. Because I will be there with my wreaths in person. And you can say hello and come and see my wreaths in person. I hope you guys can make it. I'm really excited. I'm hoping it ain't extremely hot like it was today. Ooh. Ooh, it was hot today. It said the heat index was what, 103 or 104 or something? I'm hoping it's not going to be like that in September. Lord, woo, I'm going to be in trouble. That's way too hot for me. I don't know about you guys. You guys can take that heat? I don't know. I know I can. Ooh. I don't know if I can take that heat. Wait a minute, I think I skipped one. I sure did. I done got excited about the daggone Riverfest. I skipped the Chanel stuff. All right, let's go back here. Let's put it in. And this is what I mean. When you make a mistake, ladies, you can just go back in and fix it. Look how easy this is. I skipped one. Okay. Take it back out and put it where it needs to be. No big problem. There you go. Nobody knows. I mean, you guys know. Yeah, because you're watching. Yeah. Okay, go to our next one. Line it up. All right. Getting them in there. We're getting them in there. They're getting in there. I got it all off camera. So you guys got to tell me. See? So I can pull it over so you guys can see it. Gotta line it up. Remember, my ribbon is cut 13 inches. 13 inches. And that's just a preference that I like because I like to be able to see my ribbon. I like my ribbon to have this fold over look. And I think that's just the right height when it has this little fold over look. Because it's not too much. It's just enough that I like. That you can see the ribbon. So you line it up. Find the center. You pinch it and you put it down. And I think we have to cut one more like I told you guys. Well, I think I cut them all. Did I miss one? Nope, I think I must have cut them all. I was trying to save one for you. Let me just check too. Sometimes I don't count right. All right. All right. Let me take a look at it so I can take a look at it. It's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yep, there's 6 at the top and 7 at the bottom. And 7 at the bottom. I cut them all. So this is what we have so far. What do you guys think? What do you guys think? This is a 12-inch wire reform. Look how thick that is. See how thick that is? See how pretty that is from every direction? See how thick that is? On a 12-inch wire. Don't think it's a small reef. Because this is a nice size reef. But this is a good size when you want to make a reef that goes on a double door. So when you have a double door, this is a perfect size. So get yourself some 12-inch wire reef forms if you have a double door and make your reefs on that form because it will look so nice on your door. Not unless you have very big doors and the bigger wire reef forms will look great. But on a typical door, the 12-inch with this type of style of reef will look great on your door. It won't look overwhelming at all. But this is what we have. What do you guys think? You guys think this is great? I think it's beautiful. Thank you, Teresa. It's pretty. Yeah, I think it's pretty too. It's gorgeous. All right, well, we're going to put the sign on. Let me look at it and see where I want to put my sign at. Let's see where I want to put my sign at. Because I want my sign on the side. I'm thinking about, no, do I want it in the middle? What do you guys think? You think the side or the middle? Because if I do it in the middle, I may do 2 smaller bows. So you think the side, down here on the side? What do you guys think? That's the side. That means the bow will be up here somewhere. Some big pretty bow right here. Or we can do the middle. And we can do like a smaller bow here and a smaller bow here. So what do you guys think? So you want the middle which is where he's at, where I would do a bow here and a bow here? Or do you want it down on the side and I do a big, just one big pretty bow right here? What do you guys think? I don't know. I'm thinking maybe the middle. I haven't done a wreath that had two bows on it in a while. So I think that may be where I'm going with it. In the middle. I think so. Go with it in the middle. And then I will put a bow here. And then I will put a nice bow here. And then I'll find embellishments as they come in and stick them in. I think that's what we're going to do. Yes. All right. So let's... Oh, just want to recap on how I attached my Chanel stems or pipe cleaners to my sign. You guys have seen me do it before, but let me just go through it real quick for the ones, the first time people watching. I staple my Chanel stems to the wood, and this one I didn't have to worry about the staples going through because you see how thick this is. My staple wasn't going through all of this, so I really didn't have to worry about my staples going through, because when you have to worry about your staples going through, you need to get some felt and you need to make it bigger in the back, that way it won't come through the front. So this time I didn't have to worry about that. So I just stapled one at the top, two at the bottom, and then I took my glue, as you can see, and I glued it down really, really well. All three of them, I glued it down really, really well. That's all you do. Now we're going to stick it in there. We're going to place it, and we're going to do it in the middle. I don't know, my Chanel stems are long enough, because this is a... It should be long enough though. It should be long enough. And when you first put it on, don't put it down too tight. Just give it 1-2 twists until you find the right spot that you want it to be in. So like I have it right here and I barely have a hold of it, and I'm just going to give it a twist just to hold it down. That's it. Then I'm going to take the one on the other side, one on the side, so I'm going to go down to the wire frame. And you can go through the mesh or you can move the mesh out your way. It don't matter. It all depends on, you know, just depends on you. Like I said, this is your art. You make it the way you want to. Once again, you don't have to pull it down tight. Just give it a 1-2 twist on the bottom just to hold it for right now until you find your proper placement. So you make sure. I'm just picking up some of my mesh and going down to the wire frame. Like I said, we're not going to pull it down. We're just going to just tie it down in there. And we're going to see if that's a good spot for it. Is that a good center spot? I'm going to hold it up to me so I can see it. See if that's the spot we want. And we always going to have to refluff our ribbon because we've moved stuff around. I think that's a great spot. I think we got it. I think we got it. What you think? What you guys think? I put it in the middle. I love that middle because what I'm going to do is I'm going to do me a nice bow here. Nice size bow here, probably 4 or 5 inch loops. And another 4 or 5 inch loop bow here at the top. So I'm going to do 2 bows. and then it's going to be embellishments on this side and embellishments on this side, and that's how this wreath is going to be. Okay. All right, that's gorgeous, ladies and gentlemen. I hope you guys are really happy how this turned out. I'm not going to keep you guys any longer. I can do the bow later. It's getting a little late for me. I have to go upstairs and do some homework now, because yes, I am taking classes in college at the same time as I'm trying to turn my hobby into a business, so, and work full time. So yes, I have to go and read over some stuff upstairs. So I'm going to do that. So I'm going to turn in for the evening to go upstairs. But I wanted you guys to see this. And when I come back on, hopefully tomorrow, I will show you guys the finished, well, almost finished, because I don't, like I said, I don't have all the pics that I want to put on this Christmas wreath, because me some hearts. Let me know if you really like this, if this is something that you really enjoyed. I hope you did. I really enjoyed it. I love making Christmas wreaths and holiday wreaths. I love making them. So I'm so glad you guys joined me. Hopefully you can join me again. I probably will be on tomorrow making that fall wreath with you guys. I'll try to prep as much as I can. That way I don't keep you guys on too long. But until we meet again, you know what I always say. I want you guys to stay safe. And don't forget, I'm going to be at Riverfest in Canton, Georgia, September 25th and 26th. So you can come see me and meet me in person, and come see my wreaths, and you can see them in person and see what you like. If you don't wait to then, make sure you go to kathemecreations.com. Let me show it to you. kathemecreations.com. Check out my website, my Etsy. Purchase anything that you see you like there. That way you'll beat the rush in September 25th and 26th. So you go over to Kathiem Creations, see what you like, go ahead and purchase it. If you live local, when you go on my Etsy, you put in the local code, and we can arrange for the wreath to be dropped off to you. Not a problem. You will not pay shipping fees. So if you want, please go over to kathemecreations.com, check out my website, go to my Etsy, check out my so send me some hearts, some thumbs up. Let me know if you like it. Let me know what wreath you want me to make next. I do want to make my fall wreath that I have down there. But hey, if you guys say, hey, Katrina, do some Christmas bows, I'll do that for you. Not a problem. You guys just let me know, okay? So definitely do that for me. If you're following on Facebook, please comment. If you're following on YouTube, please subscribe and share, and ring that bell, that click the bell, so you can get notified when I'm going live, okay? So if you follow, looking at you looking at my videos on YouTube, please subscribe and share and ring that notification bell. No, I'm also on Instagram, and I'm also on TikTok. So if you follow me here on Facebook and Instagram, go over to your TikTok if you have TikTok, and make sure you follow and like me there on TikTok as well. Because I post different things on TikTok, not the same things. So, because TikTok is a little different. So I try to do a little bit more fun correlations with my wreaths on TikTok. So go over there and check that out. Make sure you like and you follow me there over there. But until we see each other again, I want you guys to stay safe. Bye.